for home recording, again, my answer it's often tend to be depends what you're trying to do, but it's worth mentioning because there is no set rule. But for most people, home recording, we're talking about people recording by themselves, and I mean, I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you the exact gear because whatever, I'm not getting endorsements, but essentially, I mean, in my case, I was very clear. I was like, I'm recording a bunch of stuff by myself. I play all the instruments myself. I need one good microphone, or maybe a couple different arsenal of things for different sounds, but one that it's really good. One great preamp, one great compressor, one great converter, and then the recording system. I'm still using an old Digi 001 on OS 9, believe it or not. And I have one mic, one compressor, one preamp, and pretty much everything goes through that chain. And it cost me a couple $1,000 total. And I've recorded a million things on it. So that I think one shouldn't skimp on any of those things. I think they're all really important because that's your signal chain, and particularly if you're recording alone, you're sending everything, your vocal, your guitar, you're sending it all through that chain. So you better make sure, don't have a 58 as your only vocal sound or your only microphone. Get a good microphone, and there's good compressors. I use this thing called a really nice compressor. I will do an endorsement because it's like $180 or $200 product, and it's so great. This little compressor called Really Nice Compressor. It's made by this guy out of Texas, and it's a $200, but it sounds great. It's a little tiny box. It's not I'm not going to mention some of the other names of things that people often buy. It's like, I'm going to get my good X compressor, and I don't think they necessarily sound that great. Anyway, Really Nice Compressor. It's a good little compressor for $200, and so there are a lot of ways to have a budget home recording situation, but and also the converter is important. I mean, the Digi's converters have gotten better, but I really do hear the difference in different converters. And like anything else, use your ears. If you're going into a store, you could taste test mics, taste test compressors, taste test converters. I mean, some people might think you're crazy, but I hear the difference between different converters. Absolutely. Like there's sometimes kind of intangible. Some of them sound a little smoother. Some of them sound choppy, or some sound a little brighter. And because somebody is making an algorithm to make a decision as to how to take the sound from the analog into the digital realm. It's not like a magic button. Somebody's making that decision, and so you might like the way some guys program it, and you might like others better or worse. So use your ears and use your taste, and then you're going to get closer to yourself as an artist. So if you're recording at home, just say that's it. Mic, preamp, compressor, converter, and then whether you're using Pro Tools or Cubase or Performer or whatever, your front end is taken care of, and you can run everything through it.